Well, hey guys, welcome back. If you have ever asked yourself, should I pursue a skincare reset now that the season is changing? We're getting into the fall months. Woohoo, bye-bye summer. Well, you're in the right video. If you're new here, I'm a board certified dermatologist. I'm going to be talking all about the seasonal change up, and I'm going to be busting the myth. I'll do it right now. You don't necessarily need to revamp your skincare. You don't need to go out and buy all these new products just because the season is changing. But there's some things you need to know about, be aware of, and some modifications you might want to make. We're going to be talking not just products, but we're going to be talking situations. We're going to be talking lifestyle. We're going to be talking diet, things that you want to be on top of to keep that big old organ, the skin, healthy, not just in fall, but for decades and decades to come. And also a big theme on this channel is the skin is a window to what is going on inside. Okay, so pay attention, look alive. As far as the myth though, that you need to go out and buy all new products, yeah, that is definitely not true, but you might want to make some tweaks here and there. There are some products that may lend themselves to more frequent use in the fall and even winter months as opposed to the summer. Myth number 2 that you definitely need to not fall for is that fall means you don't need sunscreen. Some people think that sunscreen is just a summer sport, and you can tell by Google Trends. Okay, people search out sunscreen around Memorial Day. Summer's getting kicked off. That's when the sunscreen volume search reaches a peak. Then come fall, all these people out there leaf peeping, don't give a darn about sunscreen. It's like, it's not a summer sport. If the sun is out, you know, you should protect your skin from the sun with sunscreen. You get a lot of sun exposure in the fall as well. But let's talk about what actually changes and some tweaks you might want to make in your routine. As the temperature drops, the humidity also drops, and that makes skin more inclined to issues around dryness, irritation, peeling, flaking, and the buildup of dry, rough skin, whether it be on your elbows, your knees, your face, your lips, prone to being chapped. Cold winds just suck the moisture out even further. This is when dry skin needs really amp up quite a bit, and I suggest being a little bit more diligent with your moisturizer use, maybe leaning into moisturizers with urea, which hydrates and helps to exfoliate the buildup of dry, rough skin. Also consider having a humidifier in the bedroom. Our skin already loses more water when we're sleeping. If the air is dry, that's going to make it worse. The humidifier helps to offset that, keep the skin hydrated, and reduce dryness moving forward. Apply moisturizer after bathing. That is really when your skin is a lot more inclined to losing water. Try and keep those showers not quite so steamy, because that pulls even more water out of your skin. And try not stay in there for hours and hours. That's another skin drying event. You might even want to use urea-based ointments on the knees, the elbows, the feet. Urea helps to soften that thickened skin over areas that receive a lot of friction. And here's an important point. When you get out of the shower, this is a habit you need to break. Stop getting that huge terry cloth towel and rubbing it all over your skin aggressively. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just gently pat dry. I love patting dry with a microfiber towel. It efficiently absorbs the water drips without you needing to rub the skin. Rubbing the skin further leads to dryness and also can flare up bouts of urticaria, aka hives. So pat dry the skin gently and then apply a liberal amount of moisturizer to really help keep the skin hydrated. So bonus tip, in the fall, sandal season has come to an end. We're no longer out there sporting the cute strappy heels for the most part. Boots, closed toes. Take advantage of that to take a break from toenail polish to allow the nails to rehydrate. Wearing nail polish chronically can lead to those little white mushy spots on your nails, and so it's good to take a break from nail polish. I get it. I don't like showing my toenails for some reason if they're unpainted. I just feel like they're out there naked and afraid they need a little splash of red on them. I don't know why. I like the way my toenails look, but I want them to have a cute wardrobe on if they're going to be out. So I get it. But in the fall, take advantage of that to stop using nail polish for a while to allow the toenails to recover, and lean into those urea ointments, because not only are they helpful for the dry callus on the feet, they also help the skin around the nails, and they help resuscitate the nail plate. So that's a great thing to do in the colder months. Think of fall as like a reset for your toenails. I also encourage you to take a break from manicures as well, but fall might not necessarily be a time where you feel that it is more appropriate to do that than any other time. But for for the toenails at the very least, yeah, definitely would be a good opportunity to pause toenail polish. Okay, but here's where it gets really important, because a big theme on my channel is the skin is a window to what is going on internally. Therefore, what you are taking in your diet has a huge impact. Take advantage of foods that come into season in the fall that can support not only skin health, but total body health. Pumpkins, squash, a variety of fruits like cranberry, pomegranate that tend to be more in season this time of year. Pack an antioxidant and carotenoid punch. Take advantage of those. Also, pumpkins, squash, sweet potatoes, apples, cranberries, pomegranate, pear. These are all excellent sources of antioxidants, fiber, good for your gut microbiome, and also carotenoids, which are wonderful for your skin. And a diet rich in carotenoid-rich foods actually can help your skin handle the damaging effects of the sun much better. So highly encourage you guys to incorporate those foods, provided you don't have some underlying intolerance to them, okay? They really, they're full of vitamin C, carotenoids, antioxidants, and fiber. They help support a natural glow, reduce inflammation, and they build around a diet that will help ultimately with your overall metabolic health, if you will, which directly translates into skin health, because hormonal abnormalities like insulin resistance, androgen excess can drive many skin conditions. And I've got videos explaining that in detail. So fire up your crock pot and throw in some sweet potatoes. Some other lifestyle factors though, because lifestyle factors really go a long way. Skincare products, creams, lotions, there's only so much. You got the sunscreen, and then you've got, some humectants, urea, and things of that sort. But the lifestyle is really what ends up leading to big time changes, not just for your skin, but for how you feel, your mood. It's a trickle down thing. And I talk about this a lot, but sleep is a big one. For your skin, the healing, the recovery, the building of healthy collagen, wiping up and cleaning up damage from throughout the day, you need good restorative sleep to do that. But when you don't sleep well, not only does it get in the way with those skin healing pathways, but it also starts to feed into stress, which stress further weakens your skin, and it also makes it even harder the next night to get good sleep. So it's this vicious cycle, and it can really creep up on you in the fall months, because as the daylight hours shorten, our circadian rhythm might get a little off, especially November coming up. Before you know it, we'll have the fall back. Things get a little confusing, and it can make you a little sluggish, and your sleep schedule will be off. Sometimes fall can be a time of a lot more pressure, especially with family life, like with your children, taking them to different school-related activities tends to amp up a lot in the fall. And so it seems as though you always have to be running around here, there, and whatnot, and it really can end up taking a toll on your sleep, which takes a toll on your skin, and also makes you lean into like convenience foods that are not the best for your skin. So make sure you are prioritizing good sleep. You have a good sleep hygiene routine. Try and power off devices about an hour before going to bed, because scrolling on your phone, looking at TikToks, not always the best thing for your sleep. And make sure that you unwind at the end of the day and allow yourself sufficient time to relax and go to sleep, so that you're getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep that adults need. So this fall, be intentional about consistent and high quality sleep. Also, aside from diet and good sleep, exercise. You have got to exercise daily. You've got to move your body on a daily basis. Fall is a time where we can start to slip into a more sedentary lifestyle. If you live somewhere that gets really cold out, you get home, you want to get in your pajamas and just flop on the couch. You do not want to go anywhere. It's too cold. Or on the weekends, you don't want to leave your house because you want to deal with cold weather, cold temperatures. I get it. You want to stay in, be cozy. You have got to exercise though. You've got to move, because here's the thing. A lot of people end up stressed out, not moving as much, not sleeping well. All those things feed in on one another. You can end up leading to unwanted weight gain, which can take a toll on your health metabolically. All sorts of health problems related to that, right? And then we slide into the holiday months where there's a lot more, sort of indulgent food, and the stress does not calm down. And so we get into this vicious cycle. And then come January 1st, people are like, oh my gosh, everything is just all out of whack. I need this complete drastic reset. You have the New Year's resolution. Just start now building in some simple, sustainable habits that you can maintain. And when it comes to exercise, find a type of exercise that you can do regularly, whether that be walking, gardening, just some sort of activity that you're doing on a regular basis. No excuses. In the morning when you wake up, do a quick 15-minute workout. That adds up. Try and park a little bit further away when you do go to the store, braze the cold, walk briskly. All of those little tiny incremental changes in your activity, they add up. They add up a lot. Help cut down on stress, help you manage stress better, help your mood, calm the body of inflammation, and ultimately improves circulation, muscle, which helps with overall skin firmness. I mean, it's like, it only benefits you. Not exercising only detracts from your health. Exercising only benefits your health. Even if it's just 20, 30, shoot, even 15 minutes a day is all you can muster the time for, that's better than nothing. Just try and fit in what you can, right? Because you can have a defeatist attitude, or you can do something, and that something can really add up over time and have a huge impact overall on all the other parameters that we just talked about. Improving mood, sleep quality, making a little bit of extra time to prepare healthy meals, not always relying on convenience, DoorDash, or whatever. That really can make a huge impact. It's going to show up in your face. It's going to show up in how you feel, how you perform. It's going to make a huge difference. You don't need access to all sorts of fancy top tier resources, a private chef, or anything like that. And you can exercise even if you don't have a gym membership. Pretty easy to get some kind of exercise in. Walk in place, do some jumping jacks. I mean, do what you need to do so that you're not sedentary. It will really take a toll on your health. When you have a lunch break at work, do the stairs. You know, pop in some headphones, listen to a podcast or something, go up and down the stairs. If you work in a building that has stairs on your lunch break, just go up and down the stairs. After you eat your lunch, go up and down the stairs until it's time to go back to work. Help you digest. Do the stairs. Don't be a slug-a-bug. All right, guys, so here's the seasonal skin reset. What you need to focus on. Add some more moisturizer if you feel like you need to. Don't neglect sunscreen. Be careful with the bathing practices. These over-the-top TikTok shower routines have you in there with 7 different scrubs. You're in there for 20 minutes, come out wrinkly as a prune, wondering, why is my skin so dry? Well, that's probably why. Lean maybe into petrolatum ointments if you're dealing with really dry, cracked skin. Ointments like urea ointments, Carousel, I'm a big fan of for dry, cracked heels, your toenails, lay off the nail polish. But the lifestyle things is really what I wanted to emphasize in today's video, that fall is a good time to say, okay, I'm gonna set some really good habits, simple, small, sustainable habits, so that come December, I'm feeling good for the holidays, and come January, I don't have to start from scratch. Okay, I'm already in a good place, and I don't have to worry about my health at that point. I hope you guys found this video informative and helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.